Lovely viewers, welcome back. Today we're diving into a shocking twist in the ongoing saga between Joong and Hye Kyo, a story that has the entire internet buzzing. If you thought their past dramas and real-life twists had already given us enough to talk about, think again, because what just happened will leave you speechless. So grab a seat, relax, and let's get right into it because you won't want to miss a single detail of this unfolding drama. Imagine scrolling through Instagram and realizing that one of the most followed love stories in Korean entertainment history has taken another dramatic turn. Fans who have been keeping an eye on Joong's account recently noticed something that set off a social media explosion. He unfollowed Hye Kyo. Yes, you heard that right. This comes just days after her massive anniversary surprise that literally broke the internet and had fans worldwide screaming with joy. How did we go from that heartwarming moment to this cold move? Let's piece it together because this is where things get really intense. First, let's rewind a little. A few days ago, Hye Kyo made headlines for pulling off what many fans are calling the most romantic anniversary gesture ever. Even though she and Joong have been living separate lives for years, fans speculated that her grand anniversary surprise, complete with personalized gifts, a beautiful throwback post, and an emotional caption, was a subtle nod to their shared past. The internet was flooded with messages like, "Are they getting back together?" And, "This is the reunion we've all been waiting for." It didn't help that some eagle-eyed fans spotted hidden details in her photos, details that seemed to reference their old memories together. The surprise became an instant trending topic, and for a brief moment, it felt like the song couple magic was back in the air. Millions of fans reminisced about their on-screen chemistry in Descendants of the Sun and their whirlwind real-life romance that captured hearts across the globe. Social media was on fire with hashtags like #SongSongForever and #SecondChanceLove, with people even making fan edits predicting a possible reconciliation. Some even claimed that Joong liked posts about the surprise at first, before things took a shocking turn. Because right after all that romantic buzz, Joong suddenly unfollowed Hye Kyo on Instagram. Fans noticed almost immediately, and screenshots began circulating like wildfire. The reactions, absolutely explosive. People flooded comment sections asking, "What happened? And is this a sign that he's upset?" Others suggested it could be a deliberate move to distance himself from the rumors sparked by her anniversary surprise. Whatever the reason, this single action flipped the narrative completely. Instead of talking about reconciliation, fans are now wondering if this is the final nail in the coffin for any hope of a reunion. Now here's where the theories start flying. Some fans believe Joong might have felt blindsided by the anniversary surprise going viral, especially if he wasn't part of it or didn't consent to being associated with those romantic hints. Others argue that he's simply protecting his current relationship or personal life from unnecessary speculation. Let's not forget, Joong has been very private since his divorce, while Hye Kyo occasionally shares cryptic posts that fuel rumors. Could this unfollow be his way of drawing a boundary? Or is it a reaction to something deeper, like an emotional response to seeing their past celebrated so publicly? Meanwhile, Hye Kyo's side of the story remains a mystery. She hasn't responded to the unfollowed drama yet, but fans are glued to her page, refreshing every few minutes for any sign of a reaction. Will she post something subtle, maybe another cryptic caption that leaves us guessing? Or will she stay silent and let the buzz grow even bigger? One thing's for sure, her anniversary surprise didn't just break the internet, it broke something between them too, and fans can't stop talking about it. As always, the comments section has turned into a battlefield of opinions. Some fans are defending Joong, saying he has every right to manage his social media the way he wants, especially with all the noise around him. Others are calling it petty, claiming it was unnecessary to unfollow her after such a beautiful gesture. And then there are the hopeless romantics who refuse to believe this is the end. They're convinced there's more to the story and that this is just a bump in a long, complicated road between two people who once loved each other deeply. What do you think, lovely viewers? Was this a calculated move by Joong to shut down rumors, or does it reveal that he still has lingering feelings, perhaps even frustration about their history? And what about Hye Kyo? Do you think she anticipated this reaction when she planned that massive anniversary surprise? Could this entire drama actually be leading up to something bigger, like a conversation between the two that might surprise us all? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop your opinions in the comments because this is one of those stories where every detail matters, and fan theories are just as exciting as the actual news. If you're like me and you can't stop refreshing their Instagram pages to see what happens next, you're definitely not alone. The Song couple may have ended years ago, but their story continues to keep us hooked like the best K-drama ever. And trust me, this is not the last twist we're going to see. Whether it's another cryptic post, a bold public statement, or even a shocking reunion, one thing's clear. Song Joong-ki and Hye Kyo will always have the world watching their every move. So stay tuned because I'll be bringing you every update as soon as it happens. Until then, keep your notifications on, keep those theories coming, and let's see where this roller coaster takes us next. The Song Joong-ki unfollowing saga has only begun to unfold, and the more we dig into it, the more intriguing it becomes. Because honestly, what does it really mean when someone unfollows their ex on social media, especially when the whole world is watching? Is this just a simple click, or is it a message? And if it's a message, who is it really meant for? Hye Kyo, the fans, or someone else entirely? Let's dive even deeper because the emotions, the timing, and the hidden signs all point to something much bigger brewing behind the scenes. First, let's revisit the timeline because this is where things get seriously interesting. Just days ago, Hye Kyo dropped that jaw-dropping anniversary surprise that broke the internet. Fans couldn't stop analyzing every single detail. The luxurious setting, the subtle captions, and those symbolic little touches that seemed to whisper memories of her time with Song Joong-ki. The gift presentation was lavish, the atmosphere romantic, and the energy, pure nostalgia. For a moment, it felt like we had stepped back in time to when the Song couple was the definition of love goals. People were posting throwback photos from their wedding, comparing outfits, and even creating fanfiction scenarios of what a reconciliation would look like. And then boom! Out of nowhere the unfollow happens. The speed at which fans caught this was insane. Screenshots flooded Twitter, TikTok videos went viral dissecting the meaning, and hashtags like #Song Joong-ki unfollow Song Hye Kyo started trending globally. Some fans even went back through his following list multiple times just to confirm it wasn't an Instagram glitch. Nope, this was intentional. So what changed between the romantic frenzy sparked by the anniversary surprise and this icy social media move? Did Song Joong-ki feel the gesture crossed a line? Or was this an emotional reaction to being dragged back into a chapter of his life he's been trying so hard to close? Let's not forget, Song Joong-ki has always been extremely private since the divorce. He rarely addresses personal matters publicly, and when he does, it's usually very measured and respectful. So for him to make a move this loud, because let's be real, unfollowing someone as high profile as Song Hye Kyo is like sending out a press release in the world of social media. Means something. Maybe he felt the internet frenzy was damaging his current image or personal life. Maybe he's in a relationship now and wanted to draw a firm line between the past and the present. Or maybe, and this is the theory that's causing the most stir, he still has feelings, and the anniversary surprise stirred emotions he wasn't ready to deal with. Meanwhile, what about Song Hye Kyo? How is she taking this? As of now, she hasn't unfollowed him back, which fans find fascinating. Some say it shows she's unbothered, while others believe she's making a silent statement by keeping that connection open. People are now watching her every Instagram story like detectives, waiting for a cryptic caption, a moody photo, or even a bold statement. Will she address the unfollow? Or will she play the classy silence card, letting the world keep guessing? If history tells us anything, it's that Song Hye Kyo knows how to turn silence into power. She doesn't need to say much. One well-chosen photo, one poetic caption, and the internet will lose its mind all over again. Now, here's the part that has fans completely divided. Was the anniversary surprise really about Song Joong-ki? Or was it a general celebration of her own milestones, maybe even tied to a brand endorsement or a personal achievement? If that's the case, then Song Joong-ki's reaction becomes even more puzzling. Did he misinterpret the gesture? Or did he know exactly what it meant and decide he wanted no part of the speculation? Because make no mistake, the speculation isn't slowing down. It's multiplying by the second. Every fan theory out there is wild, but some of them sound eerily possible. Theory number 1. Song Joong-ki unfollowed to protect someone new. There have been quiet rumors for months that he might be seeing someone privately. If that's true, the anniversary surprise and all the reconciliation talk could have caused tension in his current relationship. Unfollowing might be his way of saying, "I've moved on and I need everyone else to move on too." Theory number 2. It's an emotional response. Maybe he saw the anniversary surprise, felt a rush of nostalgia or even hurt, and decided to hit that unfollow button as a way to cut off those feelings. Social media is powerful like that. One photo, one memory, and suddenly you're spiraling. But here's the most intriguing theory. What if this isn't the end of the story? What if this is just the beginning of a bigger drama? Because let's be honest, Song Joong-ki and Song Hye Kyo's story has never been simple. Every time we think it's over, something happens to pull them back into the spotlight. Could this unfollow be a precursor to something bigger? A statement, an interview, or even an unexpected meeting? The entertainment industry loves to surprise us, and these two are experts at keeping the world guessing. Lovely viewers, I want you to think about this. Why do you think Song Joong-ki waited until after the anniversary surprise went viral to unfollow her? If he truly wanted nothing to do with her, wouldn't he have done this long ago? The timing feels deliberate, almost like a reaction. But what kind of reaction? Is it anger? Is it closure? Or is it something he's struggling to process? Because emotions are never black and white, especially when there's a history as deep as theirs. And let's not forget the role of the fans. The anniversary surprise trended globally, and fan edits featuring old Song couple clips were everywhere. Could that collective wave of nostalgia have triggered this move? Maybe he felt suffocated by the endless get back together comments and wanted to take control of the narrative. Or maybe, just maybe, he's tired of the constant speculation and wants to remind everyone that the past is the past. But will fans accept that? Absolutely not. The Song fandom is legendary for its loyalty, and they are not giving up hope easily. Some are even interpreting the unfollow as a lover's spat, believing it's temporary and that we might see him follow her back soon. Others are convinced this is the final curtain on any reconciliation dreams. And then there are those who think this is all PR, designed to keep their names buzzing and trending because, let's face it, every time these two make a move, the entire internet lights up. Lovely viewers, the question now is, what happens next? Will Song Hye Kyo make a move? Will Song Joong-ki explain his decision? Or will he stay silent and let the speculation run wild? And most importantly, what does this mean for their future, both individually and as two people forever linked by one of the most iconic love stories in K-drama history? Keep those thoughts coming in the comments because your theories are making this story even more exciting. And trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next because something tells me this isn't over. As I said, this might just be the beginning of another chapter in a story that continues to grip millions around the world. Why do I say that? Because if there's one thing we've learned about Song Joong-ki and Song Hye Kyo, it's that nothing in their story has ever been simple, and this latest move is proof of that. Unfollowing someone on social media might seem like a small action to some, but when it's between two of the biggest stars in Korea, it becomes a global headline, a trending topic, and a full-blown emotional roller coaster for fans. Now let's really break down what could be happening behind the scenes. When someone like Song Joong-ki decides to unfollow Song Hye Kyo after an anniversary surprise that went viral, it raises so many questions. Was this an impulsive move made in the heat of the moment, or was it something he had been planning for a while? If it was impulsive, then what exactly triggered it? Did he see something in the surprise that didn't sit well with him? Or maybe he felt that the internet was blowing things out of proportion, turning what might have been a harmless gesture into a massive love reunion theory. Some insiders claim that the entertainment industry is buzzing with speculation too. Industry sources are saying that both stars are under immense pressure every time their names get linked together. Brands, media outlets, and even colleagues start asking questions whenever these moments happen. Could it be that Song Joong Ki wanted to shut down all the noise before it spiraled even further? After all, we know how quickly the K-drama fandom can turn speculation into trending chaos. Remember the last time these two were spotted at the same event? The internet nearly broke. This time maybe Joong Ki decided, not again. But here's something even juicier for you to think about. The possibility of outside influence. Yes, lovely viewers. What if this wasn't entirely Joong Ki's decision? What if someone close to him, maybe a manager, a publicist, or even a significant other, suggested that he should unfollow to protect his image and avoid fueling rumors? The entertainment world is very strategic, and moves like these are often calculated to send a message. The message could be, I've moved on. Stop linking us together. But then again, could the opposite be true? Could this unfollow have been an emotional, unplanned reaction that reveals Joong Ki is still affected by what happened between them? That's the million-dollar question everyone wants answered. And let's talk about Song Hye Kyo's silence, because that silence is speaking volumes. Fans are glued to her page, waiting for even the slightest hint of a reaction. A photo, a caption, an emoji, anything that could give a clue about how she's feeling. But so far, nothing. And that, my lovely viewers, is driving fans crazy. Because when someone stays silent during a storm like this, it can mean two things. They're either completely unbothered, or they're carefully crafting their next move. And with Song Hye Kyo, we know she's a master at controlling the narrative without saying too much. Imagine if she suddenly posted a nostalgic photo or a poetic quote that hints at love, loss, or resilience. The internet would go into meltdown mode. People would start connecting dots, creating theories, and the hashtags would come alive again. In fact, some fans are predicting that her next post will be something subtle but powerful. A message not just to Joong Ki, but to everyone watching. Will she do it? We don't know yet, but if history repeats itself, Song Hye Kyo always knows how to turn one simple post into global news. Now, let's not ignore what the fans are doing in all of this. They've turned Instagram into an investigation board, with screenshots, timelines, and theories flying everywhere. Some are convinced this is a lover's quarrel and that Joong Ki will follow her back soon. Others believe this is the final straw, a sign that there's no hope for reconciliation. And then there's the wild theory that this is all a PR move designed to keep both stars trending. Because, let's be honest, their names together are still one of the most powerful combinations in the entertainment industry. Every time something like this happens, it dominates headlines for days. Lovely viewers, here's something even more mind-blowing. Could the anniversary surprise itself have been misinterpreted by fans? What if it wasn't meant as a romantic gesture toward Joong Ki at all? Maybe it was about her own personal journey, her growth, or even a collaboration with a brand. If that's true, then Joong Ki's unfollow becomes even more fascinating because it suggests he might have read into it differently. Or maybe he just didn't want to deal with the speculation that came with it. But here's where it gets even deeper. What if this is about timing? Think about it, why now? Why right after the surprise blew up? If Joong Ki really wanted to unfollow her, he could have done it quietly months ago when no one was paying attention. Instead, it happened when the whole internet was in a frenzy over their possible connection. The timing feels deliberate, like a statement. But what's the statement? Is it I'm done? Is it stop dragging me into this? Or is it something more emotional, like an attempt to protect his own peace because the memories are too strong? We don't know, but that's what makes this so gripping. Lovely viewers, I want you to picture this. Somewhere out there, Song Joong Ki and Song Hye Kyo are both scrolling through their phones, seeing the chaos that's erupted because of one unfollow. How do you think they feel? Amused, annoyed, emotional, maybe even a little overwhelmed. After all, they're human too, and this constant spotlight can't be easy. But whether they like it or not, their story has become bigger than just the two of them. It's become a cultural phenomenon, a love story that fans refuse to let go of. And guess what? This isn't the end. Not by a long shot. Something tells me we're going to see another twist very soon. Will it be Song Hye Kyo's response? Will Joong Ki break his silence in an interview? Or will something completely unexpected happen? like them crossing paths at an event or posting something that throws us all into chaos again. Whatever it is, you can bet the internet will explode, and we'll be right here talking about every single detail. Now let me ask you, lovely viewers, what do you think is going to happen next? Is this Unfollow the final goodbye? Or is it the spark of another dramatic chapter in the Song saga? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this conversation is just getting started, and your theories make it even more exciting.